Now, I'm a presidential candidate, yes, but I'm also a parent. And I'm running for president because of a thought that the parents here in this room have had, but we have been afraid to express. And it is this: our kids are not all right.
I'm here today with Andy Stern, formerly the president of the SEIU Union and now at Columbia University. We're here to discuss his new book published by Public Affairs, Raising the Floor. Andy, thanks for joining me.
Thanks, Rob.
What's raising the floor?
Raising the floor is a discussion about how technology in the future is really going to have enormous consequences. And that unless we have a floor that everyone can't fall below, there's large consequences I think the country faces.
The problem is that so many people feel like the economy has left them behind. What we have to do is we have to say, look, there's record high GDP and stock market prices. You know what else are at record highs? Suicides, drug overdoses, depression, anxiety. It's gotten so bad that American life expectancy has declined for the last 3 years.
There's an understanding that no one is talking about, and I mean no one. You know, what's going to happen 10 to 20 years from now if McKinsey's right? 45% of all the tasks in America can be eliminated by technology, or Oxford, 47%, or 3.5 million truck drivers lose their jobs, which is the largest job in 29 states, and repair and auto parts and motels.
As we're moving forward, these machines are getting smarter. They're doing more. They're winning chess games and
Go now and
that's right.
Jeopardy and everything else.
You know what the talking heads couldn't stop talking about after the last debate? It's not the fact that I'm somehow number 4 on this stage in national polling. It was the fact that I wasn't wearing a tie. Instead of talking about automation in our future, including the fact that we automated away 4 million manufacturing jobs, hundreds of thousands right here in Michigan, we're up here with makeup on our faces and our rehearsed attack lines, playing roles in this reality TV show. It's one reason why we elected a reality TV star as our president. We need to be laser focused on solving the real challenges of today, like the fact that the most common jobs in America may not exist in a decade, or that most Americans cannot pay their bills.
The people I used to represent, janitors and child care and home care workers, they have no floor.
Yep.
You know, they are desperate. If they miss a day's worth of work, it's their rent or there's food. And we can do a lot better by creating a floor that ends poverty. It's really not a new idea at all, but it's something now that's being talked about, thankfully, around the world.
Now, one of the answers, it seems to me, is a guaranteed annual income, a guaranteed minimum income for all people and for all families of our country.
Because artificial intelligence is here and it is accelerating. And the pace of change is going to require us to do more fundamental reimagining of our social and political arrangements. And so we're going to have to consider new ways of thinking about these problems, like a universal income, review of our work week, how we retrain our young people, how we make everybody an entrepreneur at some level. But we're going to have to worry about economics if we want to get democracy back on track.
I want to thank everyone who put me on this stage tonight. I am proof that our democracy still works. Democrats and Americans around the country have one question for their nominee, and that is who can beat Donald Trump in 2020? That is the right question. And the right candidate to beat Donald Trump will be solving the problems that got Donald Trump elected, and will have a vision of a trickle-up economy that is already drawing thousands of disaffected Trump voters, conservatives, independents, and libertarians, as well as Democrats and progressives. I am that candidate. I can build a much broader coalition to beat Donald Trump. It is not left, it is not right, it is forward. And that is where I'll take the country in 2020.
I feel like I understand only about a quarter of what you're saying, but I find that quarter incredibly interesting.
Oh, good.
Yes.
How can you say an economy is healthy when our people are dying? It makes no sense
I literally couldn't. I don't even know what you think on the other issues, and I just support what you said so much. I appreciate your coming on. Thank you,
Tucker. It's great to be here.
Thank you.
People talk about jobs. People got a bunch of jobs. They ain't got no money. You are somebody who's brought completely fresh thinking because you're so future focused, but you also have this grip on America's history as well. And you're starting to move. Why do you think you've been able to survive? You have now outlasted governors, senators, billionaires, people in the House of Representatives, people who are household names are not on that stage. You're on the stage.
You know, we all wanted Donald Trump to go in and we all wanted him to drain the swamp. We all wanted him to be that guy, the outsider, but he's actually just the insider. And the country's only gotten more and more divided. And then when you hear somebody talk like Andrew Yang and he says, you know what, guys, it's not immigration, it's automation. You go into Walmart, one person is manning 20 registers because they're all self-checkout. It's automation that's taking away our jobs here in America. I'm only here on the Democratic side to vote for Andrew Yang.
Can you imagine if they had to cover Crazy Bernie? Who the hell's going to watch? Or any of them? How about Cory Booker? Did you watch the performance? Elizabeth Warren, she's considered like a conservative person. These people, they've gone crazy. They've gone loco. Oh, I dream of these people every night. The only thing I worry about is that some total unknown that nobody ever heard of comes along.